And good morning. Welcome to our supported internship celebration event. Whether you're joining us live here on the 9th of July or whether you're watching this as we'd recorded it from our website, welcome along. Today we're going to be just having a little focus on our interns that came through Enable this year, looking at what they've been doing and generally just having a bit of a hooray celebration for them. It's been a really awkward and difficult time this year, so it's really important that we celebrate what's happened and how much of an impact that you've had on your employers and how much you've learned and the new skills you've developed. I'm joined by my two colleagues here today and we'll introduce ourselves as we go through, but I'm Charlotte Kelly and I'm an employment officer for Enable. We've got a few things lined up for you today. Some of it will be video and it'll be input from myself and my colleagues Madeline and Brendan. But I'll just take you through quickly what we're going to be focusing on. And we've got a video for you from Councillor Ed Potter from Children's Services, just to open our event and say hello. We're going to show you who our Enable supported internship team are and what we do. And then much of our focus will be on our amazing interns, so you'll see yourselves featured in the employers featured as we go along. Have a little look at our focus group and what they do and how they've been making an impact. Having a look at our employers and what it's like from their experience, and then a closing from Dean Carroll, our counsellor for adult social services and climate change. So without much ado, we're going to go straight in and hear from Councillor Ed Potter.
Hello everyone, my name is Councillor Ed Potter and I'm the lead member for Children's Services on Shropshire Council's Cabinet. It is a great pleasure to be with you today to open this very special celebration event, albeit digitally and not in person due to the current pandemic restrictions. First of all, I must apologise for my very wild lockdown hair, and I think we're all looking forward to when there is a bit of normality and we can go about our daily business. And one of the first things I'll be doing is getting a serious haircut. One of the best parts of my role within Shropshire Council is to be able to meet people and attend many of the celebration events around the successes of the previous year. As I've said, unfortunately, this year it's going to have to be done remotely, but still, nonetheless, it's very important that we should celebrate the achievements of our 23 interns who have undertaken working towards employment this year. This is a great achievement, and I know particularly it has been a challenge for many of you. Of course, earlier on in the year, we had the floods which caused mass disruption throughout Shropshire. And this was closely followed by the restrictions being imposed by the COVID-19 pandemic. And of course, we are still feeling the effects of that today. And it is such a shame that many of your placements will have been cut short due to this. But nonetheless, the progress that has been made is very important to be recognised. And that is why this event is being held. Of course, it's important to recognise that none of this could happen without the input and ongoing support of our fantastic employers, who I know Enable have built fantastic relationships with, so that it enables this programme to run. One of the most important things as we all grow up and transition into adulthood is that embarking on employment, and it is probably one of the most terrifying things that can happen for everyone as you get your first job and you learn about moving through to sort of independence and the responsibilities of a workplace. And the work that is done through this course is absolutely fantastic. I did have a sneaky peek on the Enable website and I had a look at some of the case studies on there. And it is a shining example and credit to all those who take part in the programme. And as I've said to our employers, it is such an important element from my point of view to see young people moving forward through to independence and hopefully on to employment as they move through into adulthood. This year has been particularly challenging, and I very much hope that the experiences have not had too much of a negative impact on you. But the one message coming out of all this is that we are all going to have to work and adapt in different ways. And I very much hope that this will be very much the case for you who have taken part in this course moving forward to gaining employment when we come out of the restrictions around COVID-19. I very much hope that you have all enjoyed and gained as much experience as possible from your participation, and I very much look forward to hearing more about this as the year goes on, and catching up with some of you as soon as we are able to do so. I leave you now to get on with the main events, and I just want to wish you all very well for the future. Thank you very much.
So thank you to Ed. Thanks very much for your contribution. So moving on into whilst Ed kind of focuses on the Enable team and the input, I just wanted to show you who we are as an Enable team. So top three there, we've got Brendan, Madeline and myself, and we're the employment officers supporting the colleges and learning settings and meeting the interns and supporting them into their employment places. And at the bottom there, we've got Jeremy Yarnell Davis and Hazel Barkley, who make up our travel training team. They're our travel training officers. We will talk a little bit more about travel training as we go through. So I'm hoping at least one of those faces up there that you'll be familiar with. So in terms of a quick overview of the supported internship programme and the travel training, in case you haven't come across it before, an Enable programme or a supported internship basically looks to support the student who attends college or a learning setting to 1 or 1.5 days a week. Within that time, they cover English, maths and work-related courses like employability skills, interviewing skills, CV writing, that kind of thing. And then that's where Enable come in, because we help support the student within their work placement 2 to 3 days a week. Get it from the start off, so for going for interviews, and then our job coaches will support that individual through until they need it and they're ready to go alone. So it is used as a stepping stone to progress into paid employment or in inclusive apprenticeship or onto university or onto various different other avenues that our students have progressed, which is amazing. Also, like I said, our travel training, that covers all aspects of the road safety, staying safe, stranger danger, any communication skills, money handling, any of those vital things that are important for when our students are venturing out on their own and learning to develop those skills to be able to get out and about, to work, to social events, just for being a little bit more independent. It also covers everything to do with the what ifs, you know, what if the bus is late, what if the train is late, what if it's cancelled altogether. And the travel training team cover all those eventualities to make sure that the person feels safe. Our interns, these are some of our ex-interns, and they kind of explain the supported internship programme and the travel training overview perfectly. So we'll just go to them, to their video to show us.
A supported internship is about finding employment and getting a paid job at the end of it.
Got a day a month at Radio Shropshire, on and off, although this next month is very exciting because I'm spending a month with Pentecost Theatre Company working on their next production. So exciting because I don't actually know what that production is yet. I'll find out on the read-through day. So I'm very excited about that, and I'll see the production of a play through from the read-through right to the final performance.
Hello, my name is James Mitchell. I'm working at the Holy Cross Care Home in Shrewsbury, Abbey Foregate, and I've been working there for the last 5-6 for the last couple of months, and it's been really good. And it's even led to a small paid position on a Thursday evening where I make the sandwiches for all 53 residents.
The year before last, I started doing a part-time voluntary job at the Shrewsbury Museum and Art Gallery, or SMAG for short, and I had an Enable coach called Paul to help me with that the first few months.
Placement at PSG, which is Property Service Group at Shire Hall. It's ideal with all handling invoices and different documents from different companies on what needs doing and what has been done.
I suppose I'm coming from quite an individual perspective, because I'm not seeking full-time employment out of the internship. I'm just seeking experience. I'm going off to uni next year, so I think that colours how I view the internship, because I'm looking for different things.
Before I came to the care home to do my nursing assistant type duties, I always wanted to be like a porter or a cleaner or something to do non-clinical work, ready to go and do any sort of care work you guys would want. And my career path has shifted from non-clinical into clinical work.
But I think one thing I've looked at with my family is I've had a 5-year maths course at the Open University.
Right, okay.
Which of course is a more flexible thing.
My ambitions is either to get an apprenticeship or a job at PSG, hopefully.
Okay.
Leaving college is obviously a big thing for me, and then actually there being something in place for when I actually leave college, it's actually quite good, because you know, rather than just leaving college there's nothing, there's actually something to fall onto, rather than you just being left to do nothing. I was quite apprehensive about leaving college because it's what I've known for 2 years, and then when it actually comes to the time where you're leaving college, you're nervous because, okay, this is it, I'm now on my own. Where, going back to previous questions, where there was Enable's now here, you know you're not going to just do nothing, you've actually got something to carry on doing.
Possibly, yes. I think it would definitely have given that year more of a focus, because I remember we did get slightly panicky around sort of early on at the end of first year and moving on into the second year. There was a little bit of a panic as to exactly how it was all going to manage. Steve McAlinden and obviously yourselves have worked really hard in trying to get me as bespoke a program as possible. I don't think you'll find another student like me. I don't think it would work if it wasn't individual. I don't think you can box people, and I think that's why the SI is so good. It doesn't try and box people. It lets people try and find their own path. Brendan's worked awfully hard trying to find me placements in the arts, and we've been successful to an extent.
The one thing I'd say to anyone that is going through Enable and going through the workplace and volunteering is that you get out what you put in. If you just laze around and you don't do anything, then you won't get anything out of it. But if you work as hard as I've worked to get where I am, then a whole future can lie ahead of you. If you don't work and you don't act like you want to be there, then you won't be there at the end of it. But if you act like you want to be there and you want to do work and you go the extra mile, pull the overtime, then you will go somewhere in that business. And it's really good because it's a try before you buy.
Nevertheless, encourage them to be enthusiastic about what they're doing and to pay attention, of course. And it also helps to know your colleagues.
Just take each day as it comes. There's no need to rush. Ask as many questions as you need. No one's going to judge you for not knowing for asking for help. So just ask as many questions as you need.
Act in a professional manner, and not to get frustrated if they can't get something done.
Okay, and if they're feeling really anxious about it, what would you say?
I'll tell them to talk to someone.
Suggesting it to all my friends who've just got a college year left or something, or are just starting to leave college. Way more confident in myself, and the staff there have all made great friends with me, and you know, they've even offered to go out and have a drink with me at times. They've invited me out for a drink. So yeah, they are very clearly do enjoy my presence there and my work there. So yeah, and I do feel appreciated, and it's like one big family.
Good professional speaking manner and a good hygienic routine.
Okay.
It's encouraged me to be more independent. I feel that I can be more independent than I was when I first started, where now I can be left on my own and work for a few hours without additional support.
I think the fact that I'm able to put I've worked with an Theatre Company on a CV, I think that's so beneficial to me, so beneficial. It's a wonderful experience. I'd recommend it to anybody.
It's made me into a different person because I'm more curious about life now than I was before.
Oh yeah, you know, I can get to places on my own. I'm starting to go out a bit more by myself.
Yeah.
You know, this last year as well, with travel, not through travel training, but because of travel training, I've got more reenactments by myself than I had done previously, and that surprised the group as well because you know it allowed me to be a bit more about myself. It has given me the confidence around that because previously, because I've been bullied so much that I couldn't leave the house, and then when I did leave the house to go to my school, at times I had to run home. I didn't even get a chance to walk, and I got chased by bike and foot, and on foot. So, you know, that's why child training had to help me because otherwise I would have never wanted to ever leave the house again.
I would say try work hard, don't be scared, don't be shy. I would say someone could support the young person to get to know them first, and then I would say go from there.
Tell him how it opened up my world.
Well, I'm sure you'll agree, a wonderful video there from our ex-supported interns, and it's lovely to see how they're progressing too. It's a great way of being able to see it. So I'm hoping when things start to settle down a bit more that we'll able to get our current interns to be able to input to the same sort of thing. That would be lovely. So on to our this year's 2019-2020 amazing interns, and I'm going to pass over to Madeline.
Hello, and thank you, Charlotte. My name's Madeline Edwards, and I'd like to tell you a little bit about some of this year's amazing interns. On the slide there, you can see Damon. Damon has been on placement at Coppice Care. He started by doing lots of gardening activities and some activities and entertainment with tenants. And also serving refreshments in the cafe. This was in the middle of winter, and gardening outside is a bit challenging in the middle of the winter, and I think Damon found he was enjoying the cafe work, and the manager gave him the opportunity of getting more involved, and he's started doing breakfast and lunch prep in the kitchen. and he was really enjoying this. And the job coach said that Damon worked willingly, efficiently, and with confidence, taking a great interest in kitchen tasks. Damon was particularly excited to cook his favourite dish, lasagna, which was for 20 people. The manager said that Damon interacts well with both residents and staff. So well done, Damon. And then in the middle there, we've got Rio, who is on a placement with William Brooks School. And whilst he was there, he was doing things like moving furniture, delivering internal goods, doing some repairs, a bit of litter picking. He checked the external waste, fire extinguisher checks, safety checks on minibuses, those kinds of things. And the manager said Rio is conscientious and very observant, and often reporting jobs which needed attention and working on his own initiative. So well done there, Rio. And we have William, who was at Shire Hall in the facilities team. And William, on his placement, was delivering parcels. He helped set up meeting rooms and install hand wash and paper towels and loo rolls. He helped process the wheelie bins, checked lighting and the important water system flush check. William has quickly got more confident and independent, was the comment from the job coaches. And the manager said that William has been a great help and has interacted well with all staff, and it's been a pleasure to have him around. And delivering parcels around Shire Hall with all its many corridors and the different levels is quite a challenge. So William's very much enjoyed this, and he has definitely expanded his skills. So well done, William. On this next slide, we have James, who has been on his placement at the university. Whilst James has been there, he's helped set up meeting rooms and delivered parcels, and he has done the water flush test, which is an important health and safety task. He's enjoyed doing the fire alarm tests. I think that's a once a week test where everyone jumps out of their skin because it's such a loud thing to do. James has done extinguisher checks. He's also done litter picking and a bit of cleaning, and an IT task, which was inputting of myth stories information onto their system. The job coach said, James has made a big impression with his natural good humour, friendliness and willingness to tackle anything. He has been learning about the rhythms and expectations of the workplace with increased success and obvious enjoyment. James was on the verge of expanding his experience, and he was going to be going into the student accommodation block to do some cleaning tasks in there to expand his skills. That didn't quite happen because we went down into lockdown. Then we have Marley. He was at a placement at Cottage Cafe in the kitchen, loading and unloading the dishwasher, cleaning, taking plated foods from the kitchen and collecting used crockery from tables. The manager said they know when Marley's been working there because everywhere is spotlessly clean. So well done, Marley. He's been making progress and gaining confidence in being around people. We also have Taylor, who is on placement at the Discovery Centre. He was mainly doing grounds maintenance and gardening, he also helped in the kitchen and also did some spreadsheet work, so a bit of variety there for him. The manager was really pleased with Taylor, saying he has made a great contribution to the team. And again, with Taylor, he was about to start at the Field House Care Home doing some maintenance tasks. And that was sourced because they had more options for potential paid work. And that was about to start at lockdown. And I think we're going back to Charlotte now.
Yeah, back to me. Lucy, we're going to have a look at Lucy. Lucy has been at Shrewsbury Museum and Art Gallery in the town centre. Always happy, Lucy, whenever I see her, always lovely. Lucy's been doing a lot of meet and greet with the visitors when they come into the museum. She'll then do the supervising of exhibitions. Obviously, there's plenty of halls and different areas of the exhibitions. And so she helps visitors with either finding their way round or about inquiries of information about, you know, some of the artefacts that are there. So she's been broadening her Shrewsbury knowledge and also being able to impart that to the visitors. Lucy's line manager is Phil Scoggins, and he said Lucy is already a great member of the team and has thrown herself into the placement with gusto. She's always cheerful and enthusiastic and has made a great effort on all levels, and I'm most impressed, which is a really lovely review. So well done, Lucy. Alicia has been at Tony and Guy. She wanted to fulfil her dream of becoming a hairdresser, so Alicia's placement at Tony and Guy, and she's quickly adapted to life as a salon assistant. She's learning new skills all the time, and I'm sure her skills will be in much need at the moment. She'll have people queuing out the door, I'm sure. Her line manager, Bex, has already started Alicia on an apprenticeship programme, which is amazing. Alicia said, I'm already learning so much. The team are very supportive and my manager, Bex, is brilliant. I'm already learning a lot from her, which is a lovely, lovely review. If we move on now to Brendan.
Yes, thank you, Charlotte, and thank you, Madeline. I shall quickly introduce myself. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Brendan Waterworth. I'm an EO Employment Officer with the Supported Internship team. I'd like to welcome you all to this celebration event today. We all know that it's not been a normal year, and I would like to thank the students, parents, and all of our employers for their support and commitment to this year. Also like to thank the support we've had from Shrewsbury Colleges Group and Hereford and Ludlow College, along with the support there of Steve McAlinden, Laura Keyser, Lisa Andrews, and then Fiona Leatham, Andy Hall, and Anne Ledbetter from Hereford and Ludlow College. So yeah, moving on to my own interns this year, and we start with Lauren Fitzpatrick. Lauren's been at the RDA, which is the Riding for the Disabled Centre in Much Wenlock. So Lauren has had a really positive year. It's great to see her skills and confidence in all aspects of horse care and sort of team building skills. They've really grown along with the support of Jess and Becky and Georgie. I'd also like to thank Russell Sedgley, who was the job coach support for a great deal of Lauren's time. And like us all, Lauren's looking forward to returning to the RDA in due course. Secondly, we have Jay Felton. So Jay has been working at Birkdale Care Home in Oakengates. I mean, his attention to detail and understanding of the residents' needs has been really wonderful to see. Jay is looking to explore further options within the Princess Royal Hospital. We wish him great luck and success with that, and he's going to do that as an addition to his placement at Birkdale, so that's fantastic. And thirdly, we have Amy Fitzpatrick, obviously Lauren's sister, and she has really been a perfect example of hard work and commitment to the supported internship year. We're looking forward to her returning back to the air ambulance store in Wellington, where she'll be working closely with Emma Poutney and John Yap within the store there. Air ambulance has supported us for many years and really are a great employer, so thank you. So then we have Ben Barrow. Ben has been at Savers store in Wellington, And Ben has really grabbed the supported internship opportunities offered to him with both hands, and it's brilliant to see that Ben has now obtained paid work during these very uncertain times. It was clear that Ben's sort of flair and enthusiasm for a customer service role really came to the fore, and he's been able to sort of monitor the customers as they come into the store and signpost them correctly with one-way systems within Saver. So that's been a real benefit, bonus and success of this current pandemic situation for Ben. So that's brilliant. It's fantastic to see the support of his job coaches that he's had Jez and Meg, and with Barry, Ben really formed a good working relationship and a good understanding. And again, we'd like to thank Savers for their commitment as well. Moving on to Daniel Ferber. So Daniel's been at the Shropshire Fire and Rescue Service in Shrewsbury. Dan's gained so much in his internship year, and again, has been a delight to work with. Dan's worked closely with several teams within the fire service, and has gained so many transferable skills with the amount of different job coaches that have come in to support Dan at different times. It's been great to see how he's adapted and really worked well with those. And again, having the support of Natalie Parkinson and Lisa Vickers from the Shropshire Fire and Rescue has given Dan real sort of rounded year and real good experience to move forward with. We're moving on to Cory Mcdonald. Cory was at the Bernardo's store in Madeley. He had fantastic support from his job coach, Paul Jupp, and Cory will be looking to transfer a lot of the skills and the confidence he'll have gained from that placement into exploring options within creative media. So David Edwards is my final one on this slide, and David has started his internship actually at the Uplands Care Home, where he worked again with Paul Jupp in a garden maintenance role, and I think it was brilliant to see David, his confidence and understanding the structure and the routine involved in this role, created an opportunity then for him to obtain a paid role within Maysbrook Care Home down in Shrewsbury, and again under the guidance of Shirley Dwyer and the team there. David's progressed onto a paid opportunity there, which is fantastic, and well done, David, and thank you to Maysbrook for that. And I think I'm going to hand you back to Charlotte.
Yes, I'm just going to run through a couple here before handing back to Brendan again, and to look at Katie. Katie had been at Kennycutt's dog grooming. She did part last year, and then she finished up in November this year. So she was at Kennycutt's down in Colham. So Katie spent her full placement at Kennycutt's dog grooming with the manager, Mel Overend, and the rest of the team. She was primarily supporting the team that look after the bathing and the drying, so general pet care, learning lots of things, about the different aspects of pet care. Mel said Katie was quite shy at first, but she soon fitted into the team and she progressed really well. By the end of it, Katie was showing the new work experience students that were coming in, she was showing them how to do the job. So I always think that's a great accolade if they can, everybody can start showing other people how to do the job, which is wonderful. So well done, Katie. Jamie's had a varied year this year. He's been looking to further his career within the care industry, and he's been keeping himself busy in various care home roles. Now secured employment at Maysbrook Care Home. So Maysbrook are a big part of our supported internship year, and not just for one intern either. Alex also had a varied year with 2 placements, Connexus and the Holiday Inn Express. She's been busy, first of which was at Connexus Housing Group, where she was accompanying the electrician on scheduled visits, and the second placement at the Holiday Inn Express, supporting the maintenance team and also the reception teams as well. So learning lots of new skills there. I'm going to pop you back to Brendan.
Thank you, Charlotte. Yes, so we move on to Annabelle Walker. Annabelle, as you can see, looks fantastically at home at the Orchard Cafe there, and her enthusiasm and caring approach to the role that she has at the orchard has just been brilliant to see over the year. Annabelle's worked closely with her job coach Jez, and they formed a really good relationship, and Jez has been fantastic in helping Annabelle build those core skills. So now that Annabelle has really become part of the team within the orchard, and that again, that's down to the management of Sandra and the team there. And I'd like to thank Sandra and Chloe for their support, and well done to Annabelle for this year. And I think I'll pass you back to Charlotte for the next slide.
Oh no, still you.
My apologies. So Sophie Clay. Sophie's had a very productive supported internship year. She started a placement with Clivewood Alpacas, which was a great grounding and a great opportunity for Sophie to explore some different skills, and then she's been able to transfer these skills along with some new ones that she's gained to Canny Cuts, where again working under the guidance of Mel Overend and having job coach support from Hazel. Sophie's really, you can see by the picture there, Sophie's really sort of adapted and loves this role here. So Sophie's looking to gain hopefully an apprenticeship on her return to the placement in due course.
So here we have Ben, and Ben has done us a video, so he's going to explain for himself how things have been going. Lots of luck, it'll work. It's definitely having a think about it.
Hi, my name is Ben. I have recently finished at college, which is Futures, and I have started my apprenticeship at Ludlow Farm Shop. When I left, I felt quite sad about it, but now I have moved on to Ludlow Farm Shop. I have been working there and do my experience since January 2019, a year ago. It was quite fun, and recently I've been through different types of work areas. The Ludlow jams and pickles room, the bakery room, the coffee room, the ice cream room, and the dairy room. But the one workplace that is for me is the bakery, because I love bakery and I love making cakes and biscuits and other desserts. It is a really good fun and experience working area.
What do people like, Ben?
The workers there are very friendly to me. They help me a lot, especially Karen. She is a really nice key worker, and she always helped me. We had some laughs, and she is a really nice person.
What cakes do you like making?
Well, the most I like is making cakes, which is a red velvet cake, chocolate, and sponge cake. And one time I made like a Polish bread, which I'm capable of doing that. And when the lockdown happened a few months ago, I've been baking like cakes and pizzas, and even like those mini cake mugs. They were really easy to make, and I would find them online, write down into the book, and then I would get cracking on it.
You made some beer bread, didn't you?
Also, I have been making beer bread too. So I would have a good future, a bright future ahead of me.
And that was thanks to Enable as well.
And this thanks to the able ones. Thank you.
That's lovely. Thank you, Ben. And as you can see, Ben making his lovely cakes there as well. We can't wait to go and try them, actually. So yes, so Ben's shown us what he's been up to, and we've also got Adam. Now Adam also had a video for us, but unfortunately we couldn't get it in. Technology wasn't working for us, so I'll just tell you about Adam, and we will post his video up on our website, or somehow we'll make sure we'll get it out there. Adam already has lots of skills when he came to us. He'd already done his A-levels, and he also still currently works part-time for a radio station as a presenter. But he knew that he wanted to gain a little bit more work experience before potentially going on to go to university. So he joined Nathan and Tracy and their team at Nathan Rouse PR in Wellington. And he's made loads of progress already there. So kind of media broadcasting, and also looking at PR and different way of getting different messages out there was his thing. So he's been doing lots of research projects, especially to develop kind of social media presence for different businesses. He's been finding those business and community groups, to getting them to take part in interviews. So he's been developing his interviewing skills along with the recording and the editing that goes with it. So he's supporting those with writing press releases as well. So he's had already a fantastic start to kind of life in the PR world. And he's also featured in his own press release on Shropshire Live as well, which was fantastic. So those are our interns, and we like to get a parent's point of view. We do often get a lot of feedback, which we haven't managed to get all of the feedback in here, but we thought it was important to put some of them in there. And as you can see from this slide, we've got William and Madeline. And William's parents gave us some lovely feedback, saying that Madeline was brilliant, and when they met her right from the start, and we knew she'd be right for Will. She worked hard to get Will an intern placement, which he really loves, and I've done some job coaching with Will, and I can absolutely vouch that he does love it, and it's a great place for him. Madeline kept us updated throughout the process. We can't thank her enough. Will loved working in facilities and was treated and supported. He grew more confidence as it evolved. We would highly recommend Enable and the supported internship in collaboration with County Training. And that was from Liz and Joe, which are Will's parents. So thank you very much for that feedback as well. It's always lovely to get some feedback. So as Brendan had said earlier, we need to say a big, massive thank you to our wonderful employers. Obviously, we couldn't run the supported internship programme without you, and it's your hard work and your contribution that makes a difference for all our young people's lives. It's absolutely amazing. It's given them a start on the career ladder, a taste for real life and real employment. And obviously, some of it leads on to employment for us, which is amazing. So we just wanted to say a big, massive thank you for that. Here's some of the employers that we've been working with this year, and I'll just scroll them up on the screen, and you can, hopefully some people will all be logged on and been able to see themselves appear, and we just want to say a big thank you to you. It seems to have been a huge year with our employers. So thank you very much. We have another message from one of our to our employers from Dean Carroll, who's our counsellor. I'm going to hopefully again load up, can make things work.
Hi guys, this is Councillor Dean Carroll, Portfolio Holder for Adult Social Care, Public Health and Climate Change. I'm really sorry that we can't all be together today, but hopefully if things continue to improve, we'll be able to celebrate properly together very soon. Just wanted to drop you all a quick message to say how thankful we are for all the work you do and how proud we are of the service Enable provides and of our fantastic 23 interns this year. So keep up the good work, enjoy the socially distanced celebration, and I look forward to seeing you all again soon.
Thank you very much. And like Dean says, it's a big congratulations and a big well done. So I'm going to hand you over to Madeline, who's going to talk a little bit about our travel training.
Thank you, Charlotte. As Charlotte mentioned earlier about the important work that the travel training team do. There's a picture here of Jez and Hazel, who are our dedicated travel training team. They're working with students who are on the road to independence. Working with Shropshire Council's specialist transport team to provide travel training for students with special educational needs to support them in using public transport. The objective is to build up students' confidence and knowledge so they can become confident with their bus or train route to school or college. And this is always tailored to each individual's needs. And if we have a look at the next slide. Travel training, here we have a couple of people who are being awarded their certificate for having successfully completed their travel training with Hazel and Jez. So in summary, full support is given from the travel trainers in travelling from people's home to college and back from day one. There's a structured approach to reduce support, which leads to independent travel. So, they will have somebody with them all of the time to begin with, and then gradually that time will reduce so that the person becomes more confident and independent. And there's no set time scale for this. And for some people, it can take just a couple of days for them to become confident. And for other people, it might take several months because everyone's needs are different. It all covers all aspects of road safety, communication skills, money handling, dealing with the what ifs, like what to do if you miss the bus or if it's late or if you lose your travel pass, those kinds of things. This travel training is not just for getting to college, it's preparation for travel for the whole of the person's life. So it's really, really important. Chris Royal is the specialist travel team at Shropshire Council, and she can give more details for anybody who is interested. And here we have Jez, and this is his special quote. It's like giving a young person a passport and a driving license all in one. So the travel training is very key to people's independence.
So Brendan's just going to talk us through a little bit about the focus group and what they've been up to and what they do.
Yes, thank you, Charlotte. So the supported internship focus group is basically for the last 3 years. Enable have worked closely with supported internship students, both sort of past and present, in the form of the focus group. This is the voice of the intern. It gives them an opportunity to feed directly back to ourselves with regards to what works for them in a supported internship year, and if there's any areas that we could possibly improve on in order to build upon the supported internship programme. The group have presented to the 0 to 25 board within Shropshire Council, and they've also attended a Preparing for Adulthood conference in Birmingham. It's fair to say that their input, their experience is vital and valuable to the ongoing development of supported internships for ourselves here at Enable.
So that brings us to the end of our presentation. And the one thing that we wanted to say, the big thing, the overarching theme of everything is congratulations to all of our interns and well done. And thank you to our employers and to our colleges and anybody who has an input to kind of the interns year and making it what it is. So thank you very much. We hope to be seeing you all again soon, whether it be virtually or face to face. and to get back in touch would be lovely. So thank you very much. Don't know if there's anything else that Brendan or Madeline wanted to say before we close.
Just thank you and good luck for the future.
Yeah, just echo exactly what you say, Madeline, yourself, Charlotte. Thanks to everybody that supported us all this year, and we look forward to seeing you all again soon. Thank you for your time.